everyone. We are looking at the Dejected Deflection variation of the 4-3 counterattack. So, we've seen how it starts. I'm actually going to switch it up a little bit, play the Scout up 3 spaces. And same move, Scout's going to capture with Stoicism. And here White is actually going to come up with a clever move. He's going to charge this Scout up 3. If you had played your Scout up 4 spaces, it's the same thing. It doesn't really matter. But you charge the Scout up 3, and you're actually going to take a Scout over at Black's wall. There's actually not enough command points in play for Black to actually come and use Charge Battlecry on the champion. And in addition to that, there's this Scout over here, which is going to be causing problems if White tries anything fancy like that. I think at best he's going to trade a champion and then lose it. So, yeah, and then while that's happening, you can take other units. But yeah, charge is the key move here to the Dejected Deflection. There's actually an easy trap that Black might fall into here. So Black might be tempted to weaken the champion and use Chastise on this Scout so that the Scout can't come and weaken. But Black's got 0 command points now. And in response to that, White here is going to move his Scout up 6 spaces. So Black's going to rebuild his wall and capture this Scout. But now Black doesn't have anything against this threat over here, this Scout. So this Scout can actually use Battlecry. You can use Battlecry on the champion if you like. But maybe a little better is using Battlecry on the Halberd and then using Stoicism, because Black actually doesn't have Chastise here, so you're going to get a weaken on one of the champions instead. Or maybe you could like take a Scout. That's certainly an option, but I think weakening the champions is better here. So yeah, Black doesn't have much here. You can play like a Scout up 4, maybe try to get Charge BC in a minute. So White captures. Black doesn't have enough command points yet. And White can go ahead and play the champion in the corner, so Black can't charge and Battlecry the champion. He's going to go ahead and get a Halberd with the Charge BC. But just the Halberd, he's not going to end up weakening a champion because White has Chastise to stop that. So that's the little trap Black might fall into. Is weakening the champion and using Chastise on the Scout. So instead, there are some better lines. So the first line here I'm going to show you is where we're actually going to keep the deflection going. So in this case, Black is going to go ahead, capture a Scout at his opponent's wall over here. And then White is also going to go ahead and capture a Scout over here at his opponent's wall. And Black is going to do the same thing. He's going to capture the Scout. So, and this is the key position here. Instead of taking another Scout, White is actually going to come back. So White's got 2 Scouts left. He's going to come back with this Scout and capture the one that's at his wall. And after that, he's going to use Stoicism on this Scout that's over here, so he doesn't lose that material. So in this case, Black might try to use Chastise on the Scout to capture it. So I'm gonna say maybe best move. You could try Battle Cry on the champion, but I think we've discussed why you shouldn't do that in the last video. So I'm gonna say Chastise on this scout with this scout up 4 spaces, and yeah, that's the first line. You can decide who you like better in this situation. It's white to move. Yeah, all the champions are at full health. There's actually an equal number of scouts right now. That's actually I guess subject to change here in a second. But yeah, so those are white's command points, and next turn these are black's. Personally, I think black might be a little better here, just because he's got more command points, and I think he's about to get this scout too. So yeah, those are just my opinions. The second line we're gonna look at here. So after the charge, black has the simple option of just capturing the scout at his wall and taking the scout and moving the foot soldier up 2 spaces. So in response, white is going to capture this scout over here. That's pretty close with the scout up 4 spaces. And black actually has the threat of charge and battle cry here in 2 turns, I guess. So he's going to play a scout up 3. That's going to hit something on the front row. And white is going to corner his champion. So let's see. For this line, I think the champion in the corner might be a little bit timid. Just because black doesn't really have charge and battle cry quite yet. I would go for a sort of Santa surprise kind of thing. So here, instead of actually capturing with the scout up, you might look at foot soldier comes up to capture, and this is just my own line that I've been looking at. By the way, the scout before couldn't come up 4 spaces because white's got stoicism. He would do the same thing that black has just done to white here. That would be pretty fun. But here I'm gonna say black can actually play a scout up 4 spaces, and maybe 3 spaces is better. Let's look at 3 spaces. So 3 spaces, foot soldier comes up 3 spaces, and now you've really got an attack on those 2 scouts. They might use battle cry on your foot soldier, but in that case you don't have to worry about charge and battle cry, and their scouts won't actually be close enough to weaken your champion, so that's another plus. If they move the scout up instead of 3 spaces, 4 spaces, I'm going to say the same idea, foot soldier up. But maybe that leaves this as an option, so now black has 150 command points. And what should happen next is really anybody's guess. Maybe, scout recaptures. Maybe foot soldier should come up and capture. Maybe foot soldier comes back and captures. But maybe scout comes up and captures is the best idea. And then black can charge battle cry with the scout. But actually next white can charge battle cry with the foot soldier here in a turn. Excuse me. white can actually come and charge battle cry with the foot soldier here in a turn. So, that's just how I might play as white with the second line. I think black might actually prefer the first line that we looked at, and the choice of the first or second line is completely up to black. There is yet another way to play this opening, and that's Member's Gambit. So Member's Gambit, you're actually going to fall for the little trap that black has set, but you're going to get some counterplay in exchange for it. So thank you for watching, and join me in the next video.